Hey guys, Estelle back here with you. Long time no see. Glad to be back. PSN is now officially up and running. If you guys been following me at all, just in the last couple of days, you saw myself, Tony Why Not the Tiger, and Topher Rocks put up the first podcast of Gamers United. This podcast we've actually been doing for a while. Over on the Button Masher site, but they have taken a little bit different direction, not really doing the first-person shooter, which obviously is what we are all about. So we decided to go our separate ways and remove the podcast from them and start anew. This time around, we're calling ourselves Gamers United, and we're actually looking for a new home. We think we found one in Mr. X Factor Gaming. That's another community site. He's got over, I think, 2,300 subs. All the games from Black Ops, there's a couple of StarCraft, a little bit of Minecraft up there. You got some Brink stuff going on there. Battlefield seems to be a pretty big happening thing, which used to be the game that really started me all way back in the day. Battlefield Bad Company 2, when that was still hot and heavy. So we're really excited about that. He's excited about putting it up there. We're excited about doing it for the site. So, and then of course we're going to do the same old thing, have guests and things like that. If we can work some things out and work out how we would do it, we would like to get subs on there too, to talk with the subs and see what you guys want to know and talk about, that kind of stuff. So that'd be kind of fun. So look forward to all that. I'll let you guys know when that site goes up, that at least part one of that goes up. And you guys can check it out. This is actually my first full match. The first match I played after that came up today. I just got done playing it probably about an hour and a half ago. Was one of those matches I got into firing range and it lasted 30 seconds. Got our asses kicked. It was ridiculous. This is actually the first match, and I'm able to play with a couple of friends here. You might see Topher and a couple other guys. I'm playing with in this match. We're able to group up for a little bit. So this is the first full match back, and believe me, I suck. First of all, I'm not that great of a player anyways. I'm only still at my traditional 1.35 KD, and oh boy, this was pretty bad. I don't go negative, I think. I don't think so. But I get like 25 kills or something like that. But it's pretty tough. This is a hard-fought match, and I'm doing a lot of noobish things that I shouldn't be doing. Being out in the open, not being behind cover, telegraphing where I'm at, sticking my ass out of a window, and I probably shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff. But I feel, since I know my game sucks, I can be a little bit more aggressive and go in there, and if I can deter somebody from shooting at somebody else while they're taking something, or cause a distraction, I'm fine with taking a few deaths because of that. You know me, I don't care about the KD. I don't care how many deaths I get, as long as the team wins. I want my win. I do the traditional Team Art spot. That's where I at least learned it from. I know a lot of guys don't like him, but Team Art is the one. The first time I saw that was on his channel was that spot right there. So this is what's going on here. Trying to push it on here. I'm using the FAMAS. I would usually use a shotgun on this match, but knowing that this is the first match playing, I'm trying to get out a gun that I'm pretty successful at, just to get comfortable again. So that's what's going on with that. Let's see what's going on here too. Let me give you guys an update if you've been following. If you saw that first podcast talking about people getting Xboxes, I am going to be getting an Xbox. Excuse me. Obviously, money is a concern of that. Even for a refurbished black Xbox, it's 200 plus bucks just for that. Let alone how much the games would cost. Because I'm going to be getting two games. Obviously, one of them is going to be Black Ops. The second one I want to get is Fable 3. I'm a huge Fable fan, even though I haven't played it very much. I played it on the very first one, way back on the original Xbox. Played the second one at a buddy's house, and then when Fable 3 came out, I saw a buddy play it, and it was just looked great. I can't wait to play it. So I'm going to be getting those two games, and that's going to be in excess of about, I would say, $300. All in all. Now, granted, I'll have some trade-ins and things like that, but it's still a pretty huge financial endeavor right there. So it's going to be a little bit before I get that, but I'll get you guys all know when I get the Xbox and I get up and running. We also want to be continuing our open lobbies Fridays. I'll be hosting one on the PS3 probably this Friday. Right? It's going to be this Friday. Yeah, this Friday. Not for too long, because I got to get up in the morning on Saturday and fly to Boston to see the Cubs play the Red Sox. So I'll be up there. I'll host a PS3 one. I'm not sure what the guys are going to do, if they're going to do an Xbox one. Doesn't matter, but I'll be on. So get in my friends list, send me a request if you don't have it already, and we'll add you and we'll get going and playing. Let's see what else. So I guess that's really enough about the gameplay and things like this. Not much more to say about it. I suck at it. It's the first game actually playing. Pretty tough match. We do win it. But let's get into something else. This was a question that somebody asked me a while ago, and I haven't done a video since then to actually answer his question. And I forget who actually sent it, and I apologize for that if you do watch this. But I want to answer his question. He's thinking about going in the Marine Corps. And as you guys know, I was in the Marines not too long ago. Got out in 07. And he asked me the question, should I go officer or should I go enlisted? Well, two schools of thoughts on that. If you come from a military family that's been pretty much traditionally enlisted, traditionally you're probably going to stay enlisted. But as looking at it on an even playing field, being an officer is far better. You don't do the bullshit work. If anybody guys know about military or been in the military, you know what I'm talking about. Filling the sandbags, doing the stupid bullshit work, getting micromanaged to the T. But there is a whole nother level of bullshit that you do have to take as an officer. You're responsible for an entire platoon of Marines, and whatever that day-to-day process is, meetings with the colonel, staff meetings, leading your Marines. So for me, I would definitely go officer, because also with all that, you don't have to do the bullshit. The perks are far much better. Granted, you get paid more, first off, and you get the better accommodations. If you just don't want to do it. You're not doing the Firewatch, staying up late guarding something, Firewatch crap. It's just a much better life. Now, what you need to do to get into it, if you guys are interested in getting into officer school for any branch, you need to get a 4-year degree. If you are going to do that and you're going to go in the military, I would really encourage you getting into your ROTC program, because they'll set you up with that. They'll do things for you, and he'll get you ready to go. You'll have meetings and things like that, especially Army. The Army ROTC is pretty big, but the other branches do have an ROTC program on big campuses, colleges, if you're in college. So check that out. But you do need to get a degree. Now, I believe maybe in Army you don't necessarily have to have your actually diploma of a bachelor's degree. I might be, now correct me if I'm wrong, a set number of credit hours. I'm not quite sure, but I heard something about that. I'm not quite sure. So look into that, getting buddy with a recruiter out there, because all campuses, basically all public campuses like state schools, will have a recruiting office out there. Granted, now private campuses may or may not have that, but I think that is now becoming law. I think campuses must open their doors to recruiters if they want to be there. I thought that was a law that was passed, but I'm not quite sure. I hope that answered your question. I know he sent me that email a while back, and I want to make sure I answered that for him, because I guess for some guys that's an important aspect, especially if you're going into the Marines or any service, and you have some college under your belt, or you're right near that degree, and you still want to get in. Go officer. You'll love it a lot much more than what you would do as an enlisted. I know I'm going to be jumping around here, but there's just a couple of things I want to talk about, I guess. I guess I should make my thoughts and comments on the whole PSN issue, since this just came up, just started working again. I think now we can have a conversation this in the comments section if you guys want, but I think somebody's going to hurt because of this. They didn't do a very good job of updating people and letting people know. I guess Xbox does a wonderful job when their system goes down, and they say when it does go down, it only goes down for maybe a week, if that. But they're updating constantly, blogging and talking about what's going on. Sony really didn't do that too much. When they did, it was very, very vague. I still don't know what the new features or anything new is supposed to be about this. I heard rumors-wise that they were going to, add a party chat thing or a way to group better, something like that. I haven't read or seen anything about it. I know there was a big old patch that we downloaded when it came back online. I assume that was mostly before the security things. And of course we had to change our passwords. But if they don't offer anything, from what I understand from what Topher was telling me, that when the store gets back up, we're all going to get something. whatever that is. And I'll probably have comments about that, because I'm sure if it's going to be something free, it'll probably be something lame. But if they didn't update their system and make it a little bit more competitive with the Xbox, you know, I think they're going to be hurting. A lot of guys are going to keep going over the Xbox, and I know Topher and Tony were telling me that the connections there were a lot stronger, felt a lot better. Granted, in these first couple of games that I played, I was pretty much on 4 bars the entire time, so I don't know what that means. You know, whose connection is better, I don't know. But so far, I haven't had an issue yet with this. But who knows? You know, traditionally, Black Ops and traditionally the PSN is usually a worse network than the Xbox. So I don't know what that's going to mean in the long run. I think they are going to lose some customers over it. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of guys that did go out and buy Xbox. They'll keep their PS3s around, but like I will. But there are probably some of them who turned around and bought an Xbox, and now they're playing that exclusively and only using that PS3 as a Blu-ray player. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of things about that. Now, do I think that the PSN will and should be being charged? I think so. If they put the money back into the system, back into the network. Now, it doesn't have to be as much as Xbox is, maybe $20 less or something like that. But even with $40 a year for Xbox, that's an considerable amount of money that they'll have at their fingertips to update and keep current this network. So I think if they did that, I wouldn't have an issue about it. It would just mean a much better network than we already have. But obviously, for the people that don't have the means to pay that kind of thing, that joined Xbox or PS3, because of the fact that there is no charge, you guys might be upset about that. But that's just my thoughts. Okay, guys, this is the video. We're down. This is the end of it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. All my ramblings and going all over the place. And I'll catch you guys later. Take care.